In the world of conventional logistics, a heavy haul trip might seem routine. But when it comes to oversized transport, where massive steel structures stretch for dozens of meters and weigh hundreds of tons, crossing mountains, narrow urban streets, or fragile bridges becomes a high-stakes thriller. This is no longer just about driving. It's a mechanical survival art, where even a small steering error could spell disaster. In modern industry, building massive machinery is no longer a surprise, but getting it from the factory to its work site, across tight roads, treacherous hills, or bustling cities, is another story entirely. This is not just transportation, it is a mental and mechanical expedition. These gigantic loads can't simply move faster. Every turn, every meter is a calculated challenge. A minor miscalculation could mean hours of delay or worse, a catastrophic failure in the middle of the road. When it comes to super heavy and oversized trucks, people don't just talk about dimensions. They talk about grit and steel nerves of those behind the wheel. These drivers aren't merely operating vehicles. They are commanding land-based beasts, carrying hundreds of tons of steel, industrial machinery, wind turbines, or even building-sized components. Each trip is a true adventure, crossing mountain passes, navigating forests, avoiding weak bridges, calculating every sharp turn and every narrow residential road. They aren't just drivers, they're map conquerors, limit breakers, redefining what transportation means in the modern world. These super-sized trucks don't just haul cargo, they carry the dreams of industrialization, the ambition to reach beyond borders. Each convoy is a marvel of engineering, ultra-high horsepower tractors, specialized trailers, pilot cars, technical crews, and expert planners mapping out every kilometer. There is no room for error. Every meter of the journey is the result of months of surveying, planning, permitting, and coordination between dozens of parties. If a regular truck is a tool, then these giants are mobile mechanical masterpieces, where power, precision, and courage unite in motion. Transporting super heavy loads isn't just a job, it's a brutal game, one where the timid turn back after the first site inspection. You might see them passing slowly through city streets, rumbling like warships on wheels. But few know what it takes. Sleepless nights, endless test runs, calculating bridge clearances, and handling hairpin turns with millimeter accuracy. Sometimes a mere 200 kilometers takes an entire week to complete. And that's exactly what makes this work legendary. A craft not for the masses, but one that commands respect. Because every turn of the wheel carries a nation one step closer to progress, to construction, to the future. Oversized cargo often has no luxury of open roads. More often than not, these convoys weave through densely populated areas, fragile bridges, tight corners, and historic city streets where infrastructure cannot be altered. Engineers must employ creative, sometimes drastic, measures, removing traffic barriers, shutting down power lines, or even partially dismantling toll stations. Roads are sometimes only inches wider than the tires. Yet the convoy must press on. At this point, the battle is not against distance, but against the laws of space itself. In the world of heavy and oversized transportation, space is no longer an abstract concept. It's a battlefield. Sometimes a power pole misaligned by just 10 centimeters, an unexpected slope, or a turn tighter than planned is enough to halt an entire convoy worth hundreds of billions in cargo. Space becomes an invisible but ruthless adversary, forcing humans to calculate every gap, every road incline, every margin of error. This isn't just driving a truck. It's a relentless battle with physical geometry, where every miscalculation demands a price paid in time, money, and the sweat of a full technical team. Picture a 70-meter-long wind turbine blade being maneuvered through a narrow 4-meter-wide historic street. That's a breathless moment where the pulse of modern progress confronts the bones of old-world infrastructure. The pressure doesn't only come from weight or size, it's the invisible compression of time, the stares of hundreds, the silent sighs of engineers. Between steel, concrete, electric wires, and fences, the convoy isn't merely moving, it's whispering to the space around it, persuading each stretch of road to let it pass, 1 meter at a time. Crushing space and compressive pressure are two faces of the same coin in the world of super heavy transport. The laws of physics aren't something you can break, only respect. Every square meter of surface must bear a precisely distributed load. Turning angles are calculated down to the thousandth of a degree. Any deviation in the numbers can leave a truck immobilized in the middle of the road. But this brutal exactness is what creates greatness. Engineers must blend mechanics, materials science, terrain, and weather into a single strategic equation. Physics is not the enemy, it's the rival that makes you rise. Not every journey is made under clear skies. Many missions traverse snow-covered mountain roads, slippery swamps, or rain-slicked highways. In these harsh conditions, a single slip or brake failure could topple the entire load. Crews respond with powerful truck combinations, carefully distributing the weight and using electronic systems along with the driver's instinct to maintain control. Every route is planned like a military operation. No room for improvisation because even a small mistake can cost millions or lives. Not every journey is blessed with sunlight and smooth asphalt. Some begin under darkened skies with wind lashing like a whip and wheels sinking deep into swampy mud. Snow-covered mountain roads turn each wheel rotation into a life-or-death gamble, where a single slip could send a 100-ton cargo sliding off a cliff. Here, nature is no longer just a backdrop. It becomes a formidable opponent, testing precision, courage, and the seamless coordination of man and machine. The technical crew isn't just transporting cargo. They are commanding a mechanical army across a battlefield, crafted by the chaos of weather. On fog-cloaked roads where icy pavement lies silently beneath massive wheels and rain taps relentlessly on the windshield, only absolute focus can guarantee safety. These super heavy-haul convoys move slowly but unyieldingly, like rolling fortresses in the storm. Every decision, when to stop, shift, or steer, has been rehearsed or simulated in advance, because a single misstep could trigger an unstoppable disaster. This isn't a journey for the reckless. It's the ultimate test of precision, discipline, and unwavering composure. Technology helps, but when it comes down to crucial moments, it's the driver who decides the outcome. These professionals need not only steady hands, but steel nerves and sharp minds. While piloting these beasts, they monitor torque, brake pressure, load shifts, and team signals, all while maneuvering through unpredictable terrain. The mental pressure is immense. They carry loads worth millions, move at a snail's pace, and must remain flawlessly focused. Each trip is a nerve-wracking mission, reserved only for the best of the best. No matter how advanced the electronic braking systems, precision traction sensors, or 360-degree cameras may be, the true core of the journey remains the human behind the wheel. In moments of extreme tension, when tires slip slightly on a wet incline, or a massive load begins to tilt without warning, it's only the driver's clarity, reflexes, and steel nerves that can turn the tide. They're not simply steering, they're reading a complex symphony of signals, engine vibrations, steering resistance, glances from the lead crew, and urgent calls over the radio. Technology is a tool, but the driver is the conductor of a 100-ton orchestra in motion. Into the cab of a super heavy haul truck without feeling the weight, not just of steel and machinery, but of responsibility, risk, and trust. The driver carries the burden of million-dollar cargo and the safety of the entire support team. Split-second decisions must be made in unpredictable situations. A sudden gust of wind, a soft patch in the road, a motorbike veering too close. There's no time to ask, what should I do next? Because they are the final authority. Every journey becomes a mental endurance test, and only those forged in pressure and precision can be trusted to see it through to the end. Oversize logistics represents the pinnacle of engineering, precision, and coordination. Every project is a masterpiece where everything must sync, from trailer angle and wheel torque to the forces shared between lead and push vehicles. Logisticians, escort teams, bridge engineers, and even locals all play critical roles. When everything works seamlessly, it's like watching a giant industrial symphony as mammoth machines glide gracefully down the road. A true marvel of modern engineering.